Hello friends, welcome in today's lecture. Today we will see what is the TCP/IP client sockets. The Java.NET package provides support for the two common network protocol, that is TCP and UDP. TCP stands for Transmission Control Protocol, which allows for reliable communication between the two applications. TCP is typically used over the Internet Protocol, which is referred as a TCP/IP. TCP is a reliable protocol because any data which gets lost or corrupted, then TCP has provision to retransmit it. So it is called as a reliable protocol. And also the TCP called as a connection oriented protocol because control information is sent before transmitting any data, and this process is sometimes called as a handshaking. Next protocol is UDP. UDP stands for the User Datagram Protocol, and UDP is a connection-less protocol that allows for packets of data to be transmitted between the application. So here TCP is a connection-oriented protocol. So any application or any data is sent from one application to another application. That time the machine should be in the network. So TCP/IP is a connection oriented protocol, and in UDP is a connection-less protocol. First see what is the TCP/IP, then next we will see what is the use of the UDP. TCP/IP socket are used to implement the reliable, bidirectional, persistent, point-to-point and stream-based connection between the host on the internet. A socket can be used to connect the Java input-output system to other programs that may reside either on a local machine or any other machine on the internet. So TCP/IP socket is mainly used to implement the reliable, bidirectional, persistent, point-to-point and stream-based connections between the host on the internet. So here we perform any application or we send any data from one application to another application. That time the machine should be in a network. There are two kinds of the TCP/IP sockets in the Java. First is socket and second is server socket. These two are the sockets in the TCP/IP. Java.NET socket and next is Java.NET server socket. The one socket is used for the server and other is for the client. The server socket class is designed to be a listener which waits for the clients to connect before doing anything. So server socket is for servers. So server use the server socket, and the main use of the server socket is to as a listener, and server socket is always in a waiting state because it waits for the clients to connect before anything is doing. So server socket is act as a server, or server socket is used for the server side, and socket class is used for the clients. It is designed to connect a server socket and initiate the protocol exchange. So socket class is designed for the connect to the server socket and first initiate the protocol for exchanging the data, because the client socket are the most commonly used by the Java application. So both socket, that is server socket and socket, these two are the TCP sockets, and server socket is used for the server side and socket class is used for the client. And server socket is act as a listener. It always in a waiting for a client to connect before anything, and at the time of when client send the message or request to the server, then server respond to the particular client request. This is the server and client application. The class Java.NET socket represents the socket that both client and server use to communicate with each other. So the class Java.NET .NET.socket is used to communicate client and server. A socket is simply a endpoint for the communication between the machine. So socket class is act as a endpoint for the communication between the machines. The socket class can be used to create a socket. First, see creating the client. How to create a client? To create a client application, we need to create an instance of the socket class, means object of the socket class. So at the time of the creating the client application, we must need to create a object of the socket class. Here we need to pass a IP address or the host name of the server and the port number. Means the socket object or the class having the two parameters. First parameter is the IP address or the host name, and second is the port number. Here we are using the local host because our server is running on the same system. See, the syntax is socket s is equal to new socket in bracket localhost comma 46. Localhost is nothing but the host name and the number indicate as a port number. Here we use the host name because our machine is not in a network. If your machine is in a network, that time you provide the IP address of the particular machine. So this syntax represents the create a client application. Socket s. S is an instance of the socket or the object of the socket class is equal to new socket having two parameters, localhost and the port number. This indicates the creating the socket. So to create a client application, first we need to create an instance of the socket class. The creation of the socket object implicitly establishes a connection between the client and server. Means when you create a socket object, that time we establish a connection between the client and server. So it is very important to establish a connection between the client and server. We must need to create a socket object. There are no methods or constructors that explicitly expose the details of establishing a connection. Here there are three constructors of the create a client sockets. So see here, these three are the constructors which is used to create a client socket. First constructor is socket having two parameters, inet address int port, and second constructor is socket string host int port, and third constructor is socket having the four parameter inet address int port, inet address local address, and int local port. These three are the constructors of the client socket. The first constructor creates a socket using a pre-existing inet address object and the port number. So this first constructor creates a socket and connect it to the specified port number at specified internet address. Specified port number and specified internet address. So this constructor creates a socket and connect to the specified port number at the specified inet address or the internet address. Second constructor socket string host and int port. This constructor creates a socket and connecting the local host to the named host and port number. Means this constructor creates a socket and connect it to the specified port number on the named host. And third socket constructor is socket having four parameters, inet address int port, inet address local address, and int local port. This constructor creates a socket and connect it to the specified remote host on the specified remote port. So here we use the means you can pass the port number and the specified internet address. These three are the constructors, and this constructor is mainly used to create a sockets. Client socket. The client in the socket programming must know the two information: IP address of the server and the port number. Means the client socket class have first know the information about the IP address, means particular machine IP address, and the port number. So here we are going to make a one-way client and server communication using the IP address of the server and port number. We make the one-way client and server communication. So in this application, client send a message to the server and server read the message and print it. Here two classes are being used, that is socket and server socket. The socket class is used to communicate the client and server. Through this class we can read and write the messages, and the server socket class is used at the server side, and that time the accept method of the server socket class is used to be connection between the server and client. After the successfully connection of the client, it returns the instance of the socket at the server side. So these are the procedure to communicate the client and server. Next, see the important methods of the client socket. The mainly three methods is used in the client socket. First is public input stream get input stream method. This method returns the input stream attached with this socket. Second method is public output stream get output stream. This method returns the output stream attached with this socket. And third method is public synchronized void close. So the close method simply closes the socket. These three are the methods of the client socket. Next, see what are the steps are applied for the communication with the server. These are the client steps, and the client these steps applied to communicate with the server. First, the client initiate the connection to the server specified by the host name or IP address and the port number. Second step, send the data to the server using the output stream. Third, read the data from the server using the input stream. And fourth step, close the connection. These four are the steps to communicate with the server. So these steps are the first client side steps. Client must follow these steps to communicate with the server. See these steps one by one. The socket class mainly represent a socket client, and this class is used to make a connection to the server, send data to and read the data from the server. So first step is client initiate the connection to the server specified by the host name, IP address and the port number. To make the connection to the server, first create a socket object using one of the following constructor. So already we seen these three constructor, and using one of this constructor we create a socket object. See the syntax. The following line of the code demonstrate how to create a client socket that attempt to connect the google.com at the port number 80. So socket object is socket is equal to new socket having two parameters. First is host name or the IP address, and second is port number. Here we provide google.com as a IP address and port number is 80. So here This syntax represents the create a socket object using the, here we use the first constructor, IP address and port number. Second step, after creating the socket object, second step is send the data to the server using the output stream. To send the data to the server, that time the output stream object from the socket is used first. The syntax is output stream output is equal to socket dot get output stream. Means the output stream is used to send the data to the server, and the syntax is output stream output is equal to socket dot get output stream. Socket is an object of the client socket. Then we use the write method on the output stream to write an array of a byte to the send. Means after creating the connection, second step is send the data to the server, and for that we use the write method, and using the write method the array of byte is sent to the server. The syntax is byte array data is equal to, here your data is there, next output dot write data. So this statement indicates that array of byte of code is sent to the server. So data is sent to the server. Also here we use the print writer method to send the data in a text format. So the write method is used to send the data array of a byte, and print writer method is used to send the data in the text format, and the syntax is printer writer write is equal to new printer writer output comma true, and writer dot println, the message is, this message is sent to the server. The argument here we pass the true. This indicates that the writer flushes the data after each method call. So that's why here pass the true value. The third step is read the data from the server using the input stream. Similarly, we need to obtain the input stream object from the client socket to read the data from the server. The syntax is input stream input is equal to socket get input stream. So here input stream object is input is equal to socket dot get input stream. So input stream is used to read the data from the server, and output stream is used to send the data to the server. After that, here read method is used on the input stream to read the data as an array of a byte. Syntax is byte array data is equal to, here your data is there, then output dot read data. Also we can use the print writer method to send the data in the text format. Same way, printer writer write is equal to new printer writer output true, writer dot println, this message sent to the server. You can wrap the input stream object in an input stream reader or input stream reader and or buffer reader to read the data at higher level. The syntax is input stream reader is equal to new input stream reader input int character is equal to reader dot read. And here we use the input stream reader, and using the buffer reader, the syntax is buffer reader is equal to new buffer reader new input stream reader input string line is equal to reader dot read line. So input stream reader and buffer reader both are used to read the data from the server, and output stream is used to send the data to the server. Fourth step is close the connection. So here use the close method to close the connection. Simply call the close method on the socket to terminate the connection between the client and server, and the syntax is socket.close. So these 4 steps are to create a client communication. Means client first step is client initiate socket objector. Means first it create a connection, initialize a connection to the server using the host name and the port number. Second step is send the data to the server using the output stream. Third step is read the data from the server using the input stream, and fourth step is close the connection. These steps are applied for communication with the server. So this is all about the TCP/IP client socket. In the next lecture, we will see TCP/IP server socket.